specific system that we have configured here is configured in what we call group request mode. Right, so that's group request mode. And what that means is that all delegates, right, are allowed to press a button. The button is at the center of the console when they need to request to speak. Right? As soon as that button is pressed, the chairman uses a button which is called a next button to select the next person who is queued up to speak. So that person walks up to the microphone, that person closes the microphone by pressing the center button. The color will change from green to red, which means that the microphone is now active and that person can speak freely. In a case where there are too many microphones open, because in systems like these, in this case, we have 78 delegate microphones. We have configured the system to allow up to 4 microphones to be open at a time. But let's say in some scenario, you have all 4 microphones open in the same row, and there is side chatter that is coming into someone who has taken the floor into that person's mic, or persons are disruptive. The chairman can temporarily mute all microphones, and then persons will now be able to re-enter the queue. All right. When an individual is finished speaking, very simple, they press the request to speak button. So it's used to request the floor to speak, and it's used to end, all right, or close the microphone. Once that button is pressed, the microphone closes, and then the next person in the queue takes the floor. We configure the system in request to speak mode, which is the case in spaces of similar use, right? So I can give you some examples. Congress of Nicaragua, they use Televic, configured in request to speak mode. Senate of Colombia, they use Televic, configured in request to speak mode. Council of Bogota, same. There is a system in design to be installed at Turks and Caicos. It will be configured to operate similarly. There is no situation where the chairperson can control the flow of meeting. Again, whoever joins that queue will be allowed to speak first, the first person to join the queue. All right?
First of all, Tashana, we know that Parliament has a new microphone system. We just had a demonstration. Talk to us about the consultative process in getting to this point. How did we choose a system?
Okay, so we entered into a competitive procurement process. We assessed our needs based on the requirements of our parliamentary meetings, and then we started the procurement process following GOJ procurement guidelines, and here we are today. Well, it was restrictive bidding, so we had opened it up to 5 persons, but in the end, the company that we saw here today won.
How many parliamentarians, if any at all, were consulted in this particular approach?
Well, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to say. I'm not privy to that information.
Did Parliament envision that there would be problematic moments in terms of persons getting a chance to speak on the record? And what are the plans, if any at all, to combat that?
Well, with any new system, you're going to have teething pains. So how many parliamentarians have been trained? We had 2 sessions on Tuesday. We're able to catch some in the afternoon session. We have a training session planned for senators. So we are always out to train our members. So we will arrange as needed.
And before
they say if the leader of the opposition was familiar with the system before the last sitting?
I can't say.
Thank you, Tasha.
Our news, our world, our today.